Hi children, you are welcome to today's science lesson. We are still on diversity of matter and it is still materials. So by the end of today's lesson, you should be able to explain how substances change their state between liquid, gas and solid. You should be able to explain how substances change their states between liquid, solid, and gas. Let us move on to our keywords. The first keyword we have is substance. So substance is a particular kind of matter with uniform properties. Substance is a particular kind of matter which has uniform properties. So that is substance. Now we move on to state. State is a particular condition that something is in at a particular time or a specific time. So that is state. And then we have solid. So solid refers to something that is firm or hard. When something is firm or hard, it is termed as solid. And then we have liquid. Liquid is a substance that flows freely. A substance that flows freely. And then we have gas. Gas is a fluid that has no shape or volume but tends to expand easily. It is a fluid and then it expands very easily. Good. So in your previous lesson, you learned about states of matter. That is the 3 states of matter, which is liquid, solid, and gas. Good. Today we are moving on. We are about to have an advanced class about the 3 states of matter. Matter exists in 3 states, as we know. That is the solid, liquid, and gas. So these states can change from one form to another. It means that a solid can change to liquid, and liquid can change to what? Solid. And then the liquid can also change to gas. That is their changes. They change from state to state. So we have examples of substances on our screen. The first image, you can see water being poured into a glass. And that is in the form of what? Liquid. So it is flowing very freely or easily. And then the second image, we see ice cubes. So ice cube is what? Solid. And then we can see water vapor or the steam. That is, if you boil water, you see that coming out. And that is in the form of what? Gas. So all these involves water. They involve water and they change from one state to another. Good. So matter may exist in solid, liquid, and gas. Solid can be held, but a liquid and gas cannot be held by the hand. Because solid is firm, it can be held by the hand, but liquid and gas cannot. Everything is made up of what? Tiny particles. There are things in the air that we cannot see. And then the property of a substance depends on how the particles move and how they are arranged. Yes, so these particles will tell if an object is solid, if it is liquid, or if it is what? Gas. So the particles in the substance are the same whether they are in solid, liquid, or gaseous states, but their environment and their movements differ. That is, if they are liquid, it is in a different form. If it is solid, it is also in a different form. And gas also takes a different form. Good. So let us move on and see how these particles forms the three states of matter. So the arrangement of particles in the solid, liquid, and gas is different, as I said. So this arrangement of particles tells whether a substance is solid, liquid, or gaseous. So the first one we look at is the solid particles, how they are formed, how you are able to know if something is solid. Good. So in a solid state, the particles vibrate in a fixed position to form a regular pattern. So the particles, they come together in a fixed position to form a regular pattern. That is a particular pattern. So the particles vibrate in a fixed position to form a regular pattern. So they form a particular or regular pattern. So this explains the fixed shape of a solid. Do you get it now? So that is why a solid is what? Firm and hard. And it cannot be what? Poured, because they vibrate in a particular way. Exactly. So solid are in a fixed shape and volume because they have a definite what? Shape. So we have examples of solids like book, shea butter, ice cubes, stones, and the rest. So we can see the particles on our screen. They are in a regular pattern. Good. Now we move on to liquids. So liquids are not rigid. It means they are not hard. They are not firm. They have no fixed shape. They take the shape of a container in which they are kept. So mostly liquids are kept in what? Containers. So the particles still touch each other in the container. Is that okay? They move around in the container. That's why liquids flow easily. That is why it can be what? Poured. So example of some liquid substances we have is the milk, a cup or a glass of milk or a tin of milk. And then we have soft drinks, fruit juice, honey, oil, water, and the rest. So we can see how the particles are moving in the container. So that defines liquid. And then the last state we have is the gas. So the gases, they have particles that are widely spread around and move randomly. They just move around. They have no shape and they have no what? Volume. They spread easily. So they are mostly around. They are not in any fixed position. So that is why we can see gases in the air. The air is even one form of what? Gas. It is made up of so many gases put together. So most gases cannot be seen, such as the air. Others can be seen, but then it disappears within a short while, like the steam or the vapor that comes out from our saucepan when we are cooking. And then we can blow air into a balloon to take the form of what? Gas. So examples of gas that we have is the smoke, the vapor, that's the steam, the mist. These are some examples of gases that we have. So the image you can see is that particles are widely spread and they randomly move around. So that is in the form of what? Gas. Very good. So in conclusion, we can see a solid state of a substance, a liquid state of a substance, and then a gaseous state of a substance. So solid, we said, are kept, are firm, and they are in a fixed position. As we can see, they are together in a container. And then the liquid are widely spread around, even though they move around in the container. They take the shape of a container. They fill the container. And then we have the gas. We realize that the gas, they are widely spread around. So they are moving around in the container. Good. So children, that is about the 3 states of matter, how they change their forms. Next week, we'll have another lesson on how the 3 states of matter changes their forms. Okay, children, we'll meet on Zoom, and then we'll have some more discussion on what we have learned today. Always stay safe and be good boys and girls. Bye-bye.